আমন্ত্রণ জানাচ্ছি আমি তানিয়া এবং আমার সঙ্গে রয়েছে শ্রোতা বন্ধুরা শ্রানী। আমরা আছি আমাদের আজকের লাস্ট অধ্যায়ে। আমাদের সাথে আছে আমাদের সিটি কাউন্সিল আলানের সিটি কাউন্সিল place 3 year Lauren. We will introduce you Lauren in a little bit. শ্রোতা বন্ধুরা আপনারা আমাকে শুনছেন 104.1 FM 700 AM এবং রেডিও আড্ডা ফেসবুক সেই সাথে রেডিও আড্ডা ইউটিউব। So there is no way to miss. শ্রোতা বন্ধুরা চলুন আমরা কথা বলি লরেনের সাথে।
Listeners, so we've been spending our 2-hour show today with talking to a few of your local city council men and women. And in this hour, we have Lauren Doherty, right?
That's correct.
Yes, Lauren. She is currently a council woman in city of Allen, but she's running for re-election of place 3, right?
That's right.
Yes. So welcome, Lauren, to the Radio Adda show. We are called Radio Adda Show. We are running under the platform of Radio Caravan. So again, I know it is a very crucial time, very, busy time for you. You should be in front of the polling station, but you are in here and giving your precious time for City of Allen residents so they can hear you. So welcome again, and again, appreciate it very much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. This is really exciting, and I can't wait to hear what you're going to ask me.
Yes. So I know I have your bio, and this is very awesome. So what I want to do, I want to approach a little bit different way rather than read all the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So for our listeners, I know you've been living Allen residence since 2005, which we moved it to 2005 too. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how your family life, your professional life, briefly for our listeners.
Sure. So like you said, I moved to Allen in 2005. I moved here from Santa Barbara, California, where I lived with my husband, where we met for 7 years prior. Actually grew up in California in a town called Rancho Palos Verdes, which is near LA, south of the airport, for anyone who knows that area. Went to Princeton for college, got my degree in 97 in astrophysics. Did not work in that field because after 4 years of that degree, I was pretty wiped out. So I went into management consulting instead and worked in that field in San Francisco and Melbourne, Australia. And then I went into financial analysis and worked for Kinko's before they moved here and became FedEx office. And then I met my husband, and we moved to Texas, and we were fortunate enough that I could stay home and raise my sons, and he could be the breadwinner. So for 16 years, I have been a stay-at-home mom and wife and volunteer. I love to volunteer with organizations, especially with children focus. I was a CASA for Collin County, which is a court-appointed special advocate. We represent kids who are in the foster community in court. And then I've been very involved in PTA. I was PTA president at Beverly Elementary School. And I ran for city council in 2018, won my seat in a runoff by only 44 votes. So every single vote counts.
Yes.
You all have to get out there and vote and bring your spouses and your adult children because every single vote is important. So I've been serving on city council for the last 3 years. My term is up and I'm running for re-election. And hoping to get another 3 years on city council.
Yes, I remember those days. So Lauren, I know before I get to your real question, my question is, what did you see in the last 3 years? I mean, you've been there already. So I know, go ahead. I'll ask you the follow-up question.
Well, 3 years on city council has been a ride. It's been an interesting challenge. Which is really great for me because after several years staying home with my kids, I think I needed a different thing to test my brain and make me think again. And, we've had some pretty major stuff happen in the last few years, especially with COVID, with some various incidents that have happened in Allen. Unfortunately, we've had some negative things happening around gun violence. We've been really fortunate, though, to also have some great things happening. Our fire chief was able to distribute 100,000 vaccines in the last year to the community. So it was definitely a lot more exciting than I expected it to be. But I've also had a lot of experience with meeting community members I never would have met and participating in events I never would have had the opportunity to participate in. So it's just been really great, and I'd love to keep going.
Awesome. Listeners, you are listening Radio Adda Show on 700 AM, 104.1 FM, 94.5 FM HD3. You can see Lauren and us on live streaming from the Radio Adda Facebook page or YouTube page. Also, you can join the Caravan website. You can listen us, or you can join the Caravan app. So, Lauren, I know we met many times, and you were very involved with our community. So, and it's not in our community, and every community, people take it very serious when the national election comes. So why they will vote for a municipal election?
Right. A lot of people do not come out to vote in our local elections in Texas. And so I will tell you that your vote is going to be the most powerful in a local election. If you think about it, your vote in a presidential election is one in several million, possibly tens of millions of votes. But when you come out to a local election, your vote is one in a few thousand. I'm expecting maybe 6,000 to 7,000 votes, which is about 10% turnout for our city this year. So your vote counts for far more in the local election. But not only that, we are the ones that are managing your day-to-day lives. We are the ones that are managing the roads, the parks, the library, the police, and the fire. And we're managing your tax dollars. Local elected officials are the ones that set your tax rate. So if you want to make sure that your tax dollars are being spent wisely, then you should come out and vote in local elections.
Yes, I always say that, even though national election time, that it is always important. In every election, you should voice your opinion by voting. And you did that in the last national election. Now it's time to do more, because like Lauren said, this local election actually more matters to you, because if your kids goes to school, how that is school being run, and tax, she talked about road, everything, your city, and that depends on your vote. So you need to pick up the right person who will listen to you, work for you, and make your city beautiful, like Ellen is beautiful. So again, this is very important, and it takes only a couple of minutes. Believe me, there is no line. You walk in there, vote, and walk out. So do not miss out. Take few minutes of your time, go vote if you are a member of residents of City of Allen. Now, the next question is, what does the city council member do? If you can give brief about,
So in the city of Allen, our responsibilities in general include setting your tax rate, voting on the budget. The budget is prepared by our professionals who are city employees, but we do review it every year and vote to approve it. We hire the city manager, who's like the CEO of the city. He manages all of our amazing employees. We have about 900 employees in the city. He hires and fires everybody. We only hire and fire the city manager. We also have the responsibility for the city attorney and the municipal judge. So those are the top line things that we're responsible for. But we also vote on zoning requests, changes to zoning. When developments come through and they want to make a zoning change, that comes through planning and zoning, which is a resident-led or commission, and then it comes to city council for approval. So those are the things that we manage. And then we also are ambassadors for our city. We go to events and we represent our city. So you want to get people in those positions that represent what your values are.
Exactly. I mean, it doesn't matter what culture you're from. You want your voice to be heard. And if you call Lauren, I know she will be there to listen to you. And she has been very, very, very vocal and very participating. She comes to our Islamic Association Allen all the time. She listens and she try her best. All you feel good when somebody listens to your problem or your idea. And that is the thing that you want somebody to have time for you, to listen for you, listen what you think, your good. At least she's taking to the table in the city council meeting and then propose for you at least, maybe not successful, but again, people are listening your idea
That's
or
right.
what you looking for,
Right. I'll do my best. I'm only one of 7. So
Exactly.
I only get one vote, but I can also send information to our city manager. In fact, I just did that a couple of minutes before I got in the radio. Somebody had asked me about picking up mulch for their garden because we share the transfer station with Plano where you can go and buy locally produced mulch produced out of our own yard waste. And so I took that email and sent it along to our city manager to get a good response for this guy. And, I can't guarantee you're going to get the answer you want, but I will definitely respond and make sure that you get an answer if I can get you one.
Exactly. So that is very important for you as the Allen resident. So you want somebody who can respond your request, at least try. So the next question is the biggest question or $1 million question. Why should I vote for you?
Well, I think you've already talked a lot about communication. For me, communication is key. I do a lot of social media, especially Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook at Lauren for Allen. I give out a lot of information about what's happening at the city. I know people aren't used to going and looking for it. So I try to put it where people are going to find it. And then I also ask for input from the residents there. And I tell you, I get a lot of input from all kinds of people with all kinds of tones of voice. Some of it not so nice, some of it really nice. And I take that input seriously. I am very much for more democracy, more input from our residents, more. And so I think that makes me stand out from the crowd as far as communication and resident engagement. Other things that are important to me are public health. This last year has shown us how important public health is. Our fire chief has done an amazing job in Allen with the pandemic. He has already distributed 100,000 vaccine shots. And my zip code has the highest vaccinated percentage of any zip code in Collin County. So yay for Allen.
Yeah.
And the other two things that are important to me are diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. That has always been important to me since I ran in 2018. And first and foremost, the environment. Everybody is being impacted by climate change. And we, as a city, can make environmentally friendly decisions. We as individuals can make environmentally friendly decisions. And so that is a top priority for me as well.
So listeners, you heard her. So you know why you're going to vote for her. And she's been working I know personally, this is my personal opinion. She's working very hard for the last 3 years. And please do let her continue. So whatever the goal she got and what is the progress she's making, she can continue doing that progress for us, for the residents of city of Allen. So I know we are running early vote right now. So can you tell us what is the timing where the people can go vote?
Yes. So in Collin County, you can vote at any voting center in the entire county. It doesn't matter where you live. If you live in Richardson and Collin County, you can vote in Melissa. And if you live in Anna, you can vote in Allen. In Allen, there are 2 voting centers. The first one is at the municipal courthouse. The other one is at the Allen ISD Service Center. The polls are open today until 5 p.m. Monday and Tuesday, they will be open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then we have Election Day on May 1st. So I would recommend getting out today before 5 or making sure you get out Monday or Tuesday by 7 p.m. because early voting is where it's at. You don't want to get stuck in a line on Election Day, May 1st.
Yeah, of course. Listeners, you have today until 5 p.m. Also, then no voting tomorrow, Sunday, but Monday and Tuesday you have 24 hours. So 12 hours each day, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. before you can vote May 1st, election day, which is 12 hours, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But you don't want to wait for the last minute on the election day. You never know. You got caught up on something and missed the vote. Your vote is very important. So vote today or Monday or Tuesday. Please do. And it doesn't take even few minutes. Like I say, you just walk in, walk out, is very, very no line, very fast. So please do vote because it's very important. It's a local vote. Most of the time it is decided by a 40-50, like she's saying the last time she won by what, 44 vote or something?
44 votes.
44 votes. So every vote counts. It's not like a lottery kind of ratio.
Right.
It is you are winning. Actually, if you vote, you are winning.
That's
It's
right.
1 to 3, like she said, maybe 7,000, right? 1 to 7,000 ratio, not 1 to 100 million ratio. So please
Correct.
do vote. Your vote is very important. So what they need to bring to vote?
All you need to bring is your ID, your driver's license, your passport. Those are I think your military ID. I don't have the list in my head at the moment, but if you have a driver's license, bring that. And if you don't, bring your passport. You do not need to bring your voter card. And so all you need is your ID. If you have any difficulties, you can contact me. I will give you a phone number to call if you have any issues. But Collin County is great. They usually don't have any voting issues. My contact information is laurenforallen.com. I have a form on there that you can email me. You can also message me through my Facebook page, which is Lauren for Allen. You can message me through Twitter, which is Lauren for Allen, and Instagram, of course, Lauren for Allen.
So we still have a few more minutes. So I want to ask you a different question since
Sure.
you are in the city of Allen. You had that tragedy happen. It is sad, and I know you were there every day. So what is the city, how the city can help or how the city can be involved? I mean, Islamic Association of Allen is doing some program on, we did few program with the counselor and the professionals, and we are doing one in the 29th with the Allen ISD combined program. How the city can get involved or, educate our children that they are not alone. They can talk to anybody. So put your thought for our youth and our city of Allen.
Well, today I attended a Life Path forum that was hosted at the city's Senior Recreation Center. And that was a 2-hour forum for anyone to go and have a discussion. And I know it was really cathartic for a lot of people that went. And I think that we should continue to have those discussions. It's difficult from the city standpoint to provide the mental health services that are needed. I know that we are working to expand our abilities there. Unfortunately, mental health is not something that we necessarily have in-house at the city, but the county has Life Path. That's the county mental health system. And, if anyone were to contact the city through the 911 operator, they would absolutely bring out the fire department. They are all trained EMTs, and they would make sure that that person in crisis got the correct treatment and got directed to the correct place. But I think what we need is a more robust system of mental health, and that's on everybody, and that's nationwide. Mental health has been neglected for a long time in this country, and now we're starting to see the consequences of that.
But what few youth reach out to me since I am and Tanya, we are the board member of Islamic Association of Allen, and they were talking about it's a cultural thing. I know in our culture maybe there is some little pressure on the education side of it, but it's my personal opinion that mental health issue is not a cultural thing. It is all over. I mean, we've seen many episode like that before, and we didn't know that. Parents didn't come out saying, he or she had this problem. And this is, to me, it's not a problem with the culture, it's a communication. We need to communicate more with our youth, our children, to let them know they're not alone. And this is nothing but any other disease that you have a diabetes or you have any other, it's a disease, and we need to treat it. Yeah. Simple. It is nothing to hide it. So what is your thought about it?
Oh, I absolutely agree. I myself have suffered from depression since I was a teenager. I think a lot of times it's very difficult to diagnose it in teenagers because they're going through so many different changes during those years. And the parents don't know if this is just the hormonal changes or if this is, a social issue or if this is a true mental health issue. But I think definitely removing the stigma from it. The stigma has been around mental health issues for a very long time. I think those of us who have experienced it need to be open with that. And you definitely know someone and love someone who has depression or who has bipolar disorder or who has some other diagnosable mental health issue. And it is super common. It is super, super common. And so we all need to just get over that stigma, talk to each other, be open about it, get the treatment, and make sure that our loved ones get the treatment. And what's really sad is that sometimes you do get treatment and it's not successful. And we need to make sure that our loved ones who are not finding success keep trying, because it can take years for that kind of treatment to be successful. And so we don't want anyone to give up. There is hope out there.
Yes. So we have about 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes left. So if you just give us your last message for City of Allen residents.
Of course. Yeah. My message to City of Allen residents is that we have today and then 3 more days of voting left. Please come out and vote. Every vote matters. If you like what you've heard today from me, please vote for Lauren in place 3 of City Council. Keep your loved ones close. This has been a really rough year for everyone. Everyone is suffering from isolation. The death toll has been tremendous, and that doesn't help our mental health either. So we need to love one another. We need to be there for one another. And if you need anything at all, I'm here. I'm listening, and I want to do what I can to help you.
Thank you so much, Lauren, for giving your precious time, especially right now. You're going to be in front of the polling station and you're spending time with us, and your thought process, your goal for your re-election. And we wish nothing but your success. And we will thank you enough that for your coming to the studio again. Again, thank you from the team of Radio Adda, and appreciate your time.
Thank you. You all have a wonderful day.
শ্রোতা বন্ধুরা, আমরা লরেনকে শুনলাম। যারা অ্যালেনে আছেন এখনই চলে যান ভোটিং পোলে, ভোট দিয়ে লরেনকে জয়ী করুন। শ্রোতা বন্ধুরা, অনুষ্ঠানের শেষ পর্যায়ে আমি বিদায় নিচ্ছি তানিয়া। আজকে অনেকের গান শোনাতে পারিনি, অনেক কিছু কথা বলতে পারিনি। আগামী অনুষ্ঠানে তা হবে। থাকবেন ইনশাআল্লাহ আমাদের সাথে, এটাই কামনা করছি।
ঢেকে রাখি যেমন কুসুম আপনি রাবড়ালে ফসলের ঘুম, ঢেকে রাখি যেমন কুসুম।
You're listening to KZMJ Gainesville 94.5 FM HD2, K281CS, Lucas, McKinney,